Navigating career progression today, it can honestly feel a bit like trying to read a map in the dark. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're exploring a really fascinating ecosystem that's designed to bridge the gap between your raw professional potential and real, tangible opportunities out there. If you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by credential inflation, or if you've just been confused about which career path to take, well, this is exactly what we need to unpack. We're going to transform what usually feels like this daunting, impossible maze into a highly structured, cyclical framework that solves those exact problems. All right, let's dive right into this big picture. Think of this as the complete roadmap mapping out your professional hero's journey. Over on the far left, you start simply with your standard CV, and way over on the far right, you achieve globally recognized certifications. And as you can see, there's a multitude of dynamic, interconnected pathways in between. We are going to break down how these pathways actually work in practice, showing you exactly how to navigate from your current profile all the way to becoming a globally certified expert. So, here is our game plan for today. We'll hit starting your journey, the fast track for job matching, core training options, assessment and scoring, securing final certifications, and we'll wrap up with the continuous growth loop. Let's get moving. Step 1. Starting your professional journey. And really, your CV is the key here. Everything kicks off with this one simple asset. Whether you're an active job seeker, a freelancer, or even a business owner, submitting your professional profile is the baseline metric that anchors this entire system. Right out of the gate, you're faced with a strategic choice based on what you need most right now. Need career opportunities right this second? You can take the job matching path. Or, if you want to aggressively build your credentials and upskill, you'd embark on the core training path. It's just a really clever way to serve different immediate needs without locking you out of future growth, because, as we'll see, these two paths actually complement each other beautifully. Moving on to step 2, the fast track, which is all about job matching. This route is designed specifically for rapid placement. It takes your existing profile and immediately puts it to work in the marketplace. Now, here's a number that really stands out: RM100. That is less than what most of us spend on coffee in a single month. But in this ecosystem, an annual investment of just RM100 unlocks a highly targeted subscription service for your career. It completely lowers the barrier to entry for professional career services. For that tiny annual fee, you're getting a curated monthly report that details the 10 best job titles perfectly aligned with your exact current skills. It's basically a massive career hack. It uses real market data to tell you where you're most valuable right now, month after month, which totally takes the guesswork out of job hunting. All right, step 3, core development and training options. For those of you looking to intentionally build new skills rather than just matching your existing ones, this is your primary pathway, guided by a continuous professional development scoring system. What's absolutely fantastic about this training is how modular it is. You can literally scale your commitment based on your specific goals. You could choose a quick one-day program for RM1300 to grab an advanced certificate, or you can scale all the way up to a comprehensive 3-day intensive program for RM3800 that yields both professional and ISO certifications. You're effectively trading just a few days of focused learning for serious, tangible credentials. Step 4. Navigating assessment and scoring. This is the crucial part where you prove your real-world expertise. And notably, it isn't just theory here. You're actually getting credit for experiential learning and hands-on project involvement at your workplace. From that initial scoring, your journey splits into highly specialized tracks. Now, I know this can look like a bit of an alphabet soup of acronyms: GAFM, AQSR, Wilmington Metro Uni, but here's why these matter. Whether you take the University Partnership track or the ISO Industry Standard track, the ultimate goal is translating your specific real-world experience into recognized global standards. It bridges the gap between what you actually do every single day and the academic frameworks that validate it. Here's a really interesting part. Those initial assessments within these systems, they are completely free. It acts as a fantastic, totally no-risk reality check for your professional standing. And if you decide you want the deep dive evaluation report, like a really comprehensive look into exactly where you stand, it's available for a highly accessible one-time fee of RM350. Step 5 brings us to securing your final certifications and achieving those globally recognized credentials. This is where the entire structured process translates into hard proof of your professional excellence. You essentially have 3 distinct finish lines to choose from, depending on your industry needs. You can secure global credentials from the US, like the GAFM certificates, for about 5,000 to 7,000 ringgit. You could choose an academic route, resulting in an executive diploma or master's through university partners, or you can pursue an ISO 17024 competency certificate specifically for ESG compliance for 1,000 ringgit. Rather than getting bogged down in all the specific numbers, the main takeaway here is that these are heavy-hitting, globally respected endpoints that cap off your training. It certainly feels like the finish line, right? You've got the global credential in hand, you've put in the rigorous work, and you are officially certified. But does the journey actually end there with a certificate? The answer is a definitive no. Because that brings us to step 6, the continuous growth loop, focusing on gap analysis and CV improvement. In today's rapid market, a static career is basically a stalling career. This right here is the real secret sauce of the whole ecosystem. It's a continuous flywheel. If you go through the specialized assessment tracks, that data integrates right back into your industry-matching jobs profile. This brilliantly illustrates how your newly certified advanced skills are immediately leveraged back into the system to hunt for higher-tier roles. On top of that, every milestone constantly checks your gaps, allowing you to systematically update your CV. Your endpoint literally becomes your new elevated starting point as you continually raise your own professional baseline.
Bringing it back to the full roadmap again, what might have seemed like a totally chaotic, confusing web earlier is actually a highly logical cycle of continuous growth. You navigate from a raw CV to targeted training, power through rigorous real-world assessment, straight into elite global credentials. And then you'll loop right back to the beginning to unlock even higher opportunities. It brings complete, predictable structure to career development.
This framework proves that career progression absolutely does not have to be a confusing guessing game. It can be an exact science. The source material challenges us to build a recognized sustainable future by stepping into this exact flow. So, looking at your own professional trajectory right now, what is the very first gap you need to analyze to restart your own growth loop? Thanks for exploring this ecosystem with me, Focus Learners, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.